participant from the playoff last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Badgers ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Notre Dame's offense will get the football first. The give is to Williams. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Catch in the middle. It's Richardson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Badgers offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Fires to the right. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They boot it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Badgers will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go. Here come the Irish back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first.
There he goes. Into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 48.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and getting them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Finds his man. It's Perez. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. He's open on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They'll run it from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Mack. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now. To come in and try to get a win on the road.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They go 83 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Grabbed in the middle. It's Temple. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Punt is on its way. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Dropping back, it's Mack. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Nowhere to go, and now the ball's out. That ball was just lying there forever in the end zone, and the defense finally pounced on it.
And the defense right now is flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the uprights. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. And they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The offense changing the play. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Breaks the tackle and runs through another one. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Richardson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Gets it out quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
You know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal.
Quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far? We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Miami. We will be multitasking today, boys.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. There's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. A Mike Stonebreaker, Manti-Teo type play.
Hey, when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck. Really nice job on the linebacker.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. He'll pull it on the read. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Wants to go up top on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. To the air, it's Mack. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Jones. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Notre Dame. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. Backed up now, here's second and long. To throw, it's O'Neal. Snagged in the middle, it's Hansen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Griffin. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the 2nd half, those 2 turnovers in the 1st.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the #1 thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having to lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They'll run the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Badgers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback on the keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's O'Neal. He wants to go deep. Got it inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Badger!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Trying play action. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
Number 17. On to punt it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He'll do it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's O'Neal. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 30.
Turning it on! And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Williams. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Richardson. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory.
They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. Takes it on the return. He was working his way toward midfield at the 46-yard line.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish will take over. 1st and 10.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give is to Williams. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Off the play fake. Caught close to the marker. It's Richardson. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead.
There he goes. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They got this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And the Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's O'Neal. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Pressure coming. Grabbed behind the line. It's Melton. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds a tight end. And question for a while. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This year, you can just feel it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Melton. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Really good job by the coverage team. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to. Thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the...
Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They want that clock to run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And wings it incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Rides to the back. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. Sweet cut there. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Here on third down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that. 36.
And your Notre Dame Fighting Irish will take
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse